Hi Cancer, welcome back to Intuitive Garden Tarot. If you're new here, my name is Nicole. We're all going to take a little walk together in my intuitive garden and just tune into the energy for my Cancer friends. I'm looking specifically at the energy on the heels of the lunar eclipse that we just all experienced. It was very intense. Please check out the weekly reading because it touched on the general energy for everyone, and now I'm going to hone in on just the Cancer energy from this lunar eclipse that we just had. And this is a general reading, as you know, Cancer, so please click the link in the description box below, and that will take you to my website where you can schedule a one-on-one reading with me, which would be very much more specific for you and the energy surrounding you and any particular questions you might have. All right, so Six of Cups, Queen of Wands, Nine of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Swords, the Moon, and a Six of Pentacles. So I'm seeing that you're coming out of, or maybe still in, a period of energy burnout. This is the Wounded Warrior. Maybe you've made sure to seclude yourself from some of the outside world, outside energy, outside information in order to just regroup and recenter yourself. He looks pretty worried though. So some of you might be just confronting fear, literally. You might be tuning into the collective fear message that is out there. Unfortunately, some of it seems to be intentionally manipulating us to keep us in that frequency of fear and burnout. There is a lot of energy and a lot of turbulence for everyone, especially this month. It's just a really wacky month, this month of September. If you haven't already watched your September reading, I encourage you to go back and look at that. But be aware of the frequency, be mindful of whatever you're ingesting and whomever you're spending time with, and whatever energy you're exposed to, whether it's in your personal life, professional life, just being mindful of taking care of you and yourself first. And the Six of Cups is a card of looking back with nostalgia at the past, this life, other lifetimes, soulmate connection, being in community, getting a hand from somebody else, a leg up, somebody offering you something, maybe you're offering somebody something. This can be about children in particular, your children, other people's children. It's a very sweet energy though, of sharing, kindness, innocence, loving connection. And this is, I think, giving you some joy, whether it's connecting with children around you or looking back at your childhood, or things you remember from the past, if it's not childhood per se, but really choosing to focus on that right now, which is great if you've been feeling burnt out or afraid or worried. And that might be the contrast of perhaps some of you are wistfully wishing to return to that childhood innocence and the bliss of ignorance that sometimes children are afforded of not being told the more stressful things that are going on so that they can have their peace of mind preserved. Um, so how can you as an adult preserve your peace of mind and connect with what brings you joy and comfort, happiness? And the Queen of Wands this is an energy, so this applies to men as well as women, but she's very attractive and unapologetic. She is comfortable with her power. And she's not going to bow down to anybody else. So back to potentially needing to protect your energy or being really discerning about the energy you're exposing yourself to or engaging in through people, experiences, events. This is saying to really put your foot down for what makes you happy and what makes you feel good. And the unapologetic part is also about that reminder that I've said many times if you've watched me before, that the best way to help those that are struggling or suffering in the world around us, in our community, is to keep our frequency as high as possible. And that might sound selfish or like spiritual bypassing or denying that others might be suffering or that there's a lot going on that is very daunting and important in the world. However, I firmly believe that we're all in a sea of energy, and our thoughts, our bodies, our choices, our actions that we take all ripple out into the energetic grid that everyone's enmeshed in and plugged into, whether they realize it or not. And when the majority of individuals, or enough, the critical mass as it's been referred to, of the population can hold a higher frequency, it will trump the other energies that are in the mix, no pun intended. So that is how you help raise the vibration of the physical planet, those of us living on, in, and around the planet, as well as even the energy that goes out into the universe, into the cosmos. That stems from our individual frequency, and that comes from exploring our joy and demanding it, our right to it. And this Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Destiny at the heart of your reading, Cancer, says that that's exactly how you turn things around, how you get what's stuck, unstuck, how you get out from under something that might be oppressing you, or where you might feel disconnected from your own personal power, your own ability to participate in your life. I know that came up last time. Again, if you have not watched your September reading, check it out, because you have connection to your own spiritual GPS, and that's how you can turn this around, by again focusing on your joy and remembering what's important to you and where your peace is, and helping others or receiving help if help is being offered to you, allowing that in. And with the Ten of Swords here at the outcome, this is about surrender. Letting go. So this is very much suggesting that being very focused on what you need to let go of, who you need to let go of, what needs to come to an end in terms of even your thoughts, your conversations, the information you take in. because it seems that it's very possible for the information that one takes in can take one down depending on what it is and what frequency it's vibrating at. And this is further clarified by the moon card. This is about things lurking beneath the surface, unseen, and the moon, the light of the moon, brings it to light. This actually is depicting a lunar eclipse here. So there might be some information that has come to light or will come to light as this energy unravels that you didn't see coming. It might even trigger some fear, which is what I saw in the beginning, or maybe it's already happened and you're in the after effects of that. And it might very much be showing you how certain information or beliefs, this also kind of represents the matrix to me, being, let me get this into better focus, being a slave to the matrix, being stuck in the matrix, like the matrix is pinning this person down. I feel like that might be coming to light, and you might be coming to the understanding of how to claim your own power, your sovereignty, your joy, and to create your own reality. That's great, because this is kind of a bumpy energy, and the Six of Pentacles tells me even more clearly that this is about balancing things out, equal give and take. Again, some of you might be actually helping others right now or receiving help, whether it's financial, emotional, both. And if something heavy or unsettling has come to light for you recently, the universe has your back. That's what this card means to me always, is the universe has your back. They've got you covered. Your needs are being met and balance is being restored. Okay, let's take an oracle card here for further clarification. And the garden deck wants to speak to you. So let's see for my Cancer friends what the oracle message is. Remember to click the like button, share any videos with anyone far and wide, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It's really important right now, as my channel is growing, that it continues to grow. It's a pivotal time. I appreciate your support. Healing, Aries energy. There's that fire again with all those wands. Aries represents fire. It's in the fire element. And this is geranium. If any of you wish to surround yourself with this frequency from this garden deck. The number is 37, which in numerology reduces to a 10. So yeah, something is ending here. Something that's been burning you out or not serving you is coming to an end. And I feel it's because you're insisting on it, which is awesome. You're really finding your power and your ability to look out for numero uno. If you haven't already, that's getting more clear right now. Okay, I have something special today, Cancer, and it's a tiny little deck called Small Pleasures. And to keep things a little lighter as we bring this reading to a close, let's see what comes through here. It might trigger a memory, something nostalgic, since that is really kind of the energy you're sitting in right now, or an idea or something you might want to take action on. Interesting image. I'm going to let you see the image. It looks to me like a female with red hair wearing a pink sweater, and we're looking at her from behind. The message says, realizing you both dislike the same popular person. That would be nostalgic, kind of like high school. um, Bonding with somebody, which is kind of this energy of connecting and bonding with somebody else. Around maybe acknowledging that somebody who gets a lot of attention doesn't feel authentic to you, or doesn't get your attention. Back to the Queen of Wands. She's not afraid to do her own thing and to be unique. She is not one to follow along with the clique or the popular crowd. She, again, is bold and unapologetic in her ways, and she is loyal to herself first and foremost. So that is coming through here. That's a big part of your healing, is to be loyal to yourself and trust the process, that your needs are being met. Take care of your energy, of course. There's some potential burnout here. And let me see if there's one more message coming through. Yeah, so as an act of divination, we're not just going with the actual words, but that is the intuitive side of tarot reading or any kind of energy reading. The divination method is where you are divining messages, not necessarily studying intellectually what things mean. All of the tarot cards, as you may or may not know, have a general meaning, but then the images can invoke other messages. And what I'm getting here is she's turning her back on someone. He's turning his back on someone or something. It could be something, not someone. So some of you might be walking away from a relationship or a situation that just doesn't serve you or hasn't, and it seems like that's very healing for you. Let me know in the comments if this is something you're experiencing right now. I'd love to hear from you, Cancer. I hope this was helpful, and the energy continues to abound for the rest of this month. So if you haven't already checked out the weekly reading, check that out as well. It will give you other information. It seems like we're all experiencing a mix of new things opening up, other things coming to the surface to be dealt with. So at least it's a mix with all of this turmoil and tumult. All right, until next time, Cancer, take care.